Well, welcome to all you Leos. Welcome to your monthly forecast for July 2014. And you're going to have Jupiter in your sign. I envy you. And actually I'm very glad for the Leos, because a lot of Leos, there are Leos who are really going forwards, and but there are also Leos who are having some planets at around the end of Leo, and they're having, of course, Saturn squaring up to that, and having a bit of a hard time with work, with relationships, or whatever it is. You are going to have Jupiter in your sign. That happens only once every 12 years, and that will be around the 17th. So it enters Leo at 0 degrees around the 17th of July. Depending on where your sun sign is or your moon sign, you're going to have a Jupiter transit over that particular planet or ascendant in your sign. This is hugely beneficial, and especially for those who are having a hard time, because still, I'm not going to say that Jupiter will fix all the problems, not at all, but it's going to give you more energy, it's going to give you more confidence, it's going to give you more meaning and a belief in yourself, which is very important for a Leo. You know, a Leo that doesn't believe in themselves is harmful for themselves and for others probably as well. But what a shift this is. So take the opportunity, especially if you have a rising sign of Leo. This is going to give you a lot of chances, a lot of opportunities to grow, to find yourself more meaning, to be able to do more in life, and maybe physically also growing a little bit. I hope not too much. And Jupiter in your first house is definitely, maybe you are going to be the teacher. And with the teacher, I don't mean standing in front of a classroom and speaking and other people listening. No, you can be a teacher in whatever you do. You can be a cook, you can be an IT specialist, you can be a nurse and teach other people just with doing what you're doing and doing what you love. So Leo is all about the heart. It's all about the self-expression. It's all about I am who I am, and I am my own unique self. And this part of you is going to grow and going to blossom, and hopefully you will be able to do that, take that opportunity, and have that feeling again that you have fire to give to others, because Leo is a sign that has to give it, and in order for them to feel good. It's not like the water signs giving because they feel compassion for others. It's because they have to give, because the fire is with them, and they have to give it to others because of themselves. So that's a totally different concept. But it's very important to do. A Leo must have the ability to give. And so with Saturn there, you know, Saturn is shifting Scorpio at the very end of the year. So the Leos that are having a hard time, and that is caused by Saturn, that will shift away around the end of the year, when Saturn will be in a fellow fire sign in Sagittarius, and there it's going to give you even more structure in a very nice way, in a more easy way than it is doing now. Because if there's one thing that Leo doesn't like, it is boundaries. It wants to that's why Jupiter in Leo is so good. Jupiter likes to give and likes to expand, and in fire that goes very well. Fire wants that as well. It's very extroverted energy. I could talk hours and hours about Jupiter and Leo, but I have to say other things as well. But I think that's the most important. So for those Leos who are having a hard time and thinking, when is this ever going to stop? This feeling low, this feeling down, this hard work every day and no one is paying attention or whatever, they are getting rewards and at the end of the year, and they are now already having the opportunity of Jupiter in their sign. So being able to be a messenger to other people, being a teacher to other people, and indirectly other people as well, to you. Now what else? Saturn is also going forwards as from the 21st, 22nd of July. So that's good for you because it's in a rather challenging house, Saturn. Saturn is in your 4th house. It's not easy because a lot of Leos are restructuring their identity and who they are. So and it's, you know, with structuring, and this is good and this is not good, and this is who I am and this is not who I am, and you have to get rid of some things with Saturn in the 4th house that are no longer working for you, and I mean in an almost psychological way. So Saturn in the 4th house is sometimes having a bit fear of yourself, but battling that definitely. And with Saturn going forwards again, you can you can handle it better, and even more when Mars goes into Scorpio, also in that 4th house, around the 27th of the month, so the very end. Mars is then in Scorpio in its own sign, and Mars in the 4th can be a bit tough, but it's in its own sign, so you can work. So what does it mean? Well, for some it can mean a moving towards another place. And for others, it can mean working more at home. For others, it can mean working on themselves. And as I said, with the Saturn there already, most Leos are working hard on an inner level to restructure themselves, to be more who they are and not being afraid of themselves, and not abandoning themselves, but accepting who they really are. And with Mars there, it can help you. It can help you to progress there and to be active. So, and it's going to be there for next month as well, Mars. So that is good. And what else? The Mercury and Venus are going into Gemini. Mercury is going direct as from the 2nd of the month, and it's in Gemini. So is Venus during the 2 weeks of approximately the 2 weeks of the month, and that is your 11th house, which is really nice because the 11th house is nice to have Venus in the 11th because it means it makes you more social, and a lot of talking, I think, with friends, with like-minded people, or talking about your future can even have that uplifting feeling, talking about your plans of the future, your positive plans, your positive intentions, because it's in Gemini, which is a very talkative sign. And then it shifts into Cancer from the 2 last weeks of the month. Approximately Venus and Mercury go into your 12th house, which is going to be a bit more silent, so it's a good time then to meditate, to do some yoga, to do some contemplation, to spend some time alone maybe. And yes, with Venus there in the 12th house, to yes, to have some fun behind the scenes, hopefully good fun. And so it's going to be a bit more peaceful, or a bit more you needing some rest and you needing some time alone, and having fun actually with being alone. So a very, very interesting month for July. I'm really excited for you Leos, with having Jupiter in your own sign. It's just, as I said, once every 12 years, so do take, if there are some things that you have never dared to do and you've been planning to do that for a long time, it's the moment. The moment is there. As from July, the middle of July and the next upcoming year, make your dreams come true. You've got a bit more luck with you than normal and than usual. Thank you for watching. If you want the private reading of your individual chart, of course I do that. I'm an astrologer. So be in touch then, and I'll see you next month. Have a good, fantastic month. Bye bye.